Our matchup is Ezreal Blitzcrank. Generally speaking, how do I say it? Their champions aren't very strong together. Like Blitzcrank and Ezreal have kind of different themes. Ezreal would much prefer playing with either a poke support or a support that is ranged, whereas Blitzcrank wants to like just hook and then kill, but Ezreal doesn't really have that kill potential, especially if we're standing within the minions, right? Standing in the minion wave, it's really hard for Ezreal to actually damage us. So I can just do this, right? Stay next to my minions the entire lane, and there's like no problems. We're gonna be level 2 though, right here. And then focus the Ezreal for sure. He's out. Okay, you see? Like if we hug the minions, they can't really do damage to us. Even if they land a Blitzcrank hook, Ezreal can't really do anything. Right, so that's the hook on. So this lane is technically kind of free because Soraka can just scale for free. But we still have to be careful because we can definitely get outplayed if we, what's it called? We got jungle ganked. Like Lilia is pretty good into me and Soraka. We're kind of defenseless against her. So we're gonna walk back until the next wave comes. Now next wave is here, we're gonna walk up and just stand inside the wave once again. There are some details like this for every single matchup, not just for like, Ezreal Blitzcrank, stuff like that, and you have to constantly think about these things if you're playing Nilah as a melee champion in the bot lane, where it's predominantly ranged champions. The Blitzcrank might try to hook us here. I don't think he can like actually kill us though. So I'm just gonna try and freeze the wave. Oh, my Soraka got hooked. Loki, I was trying to cancel the hook, but she got hooked instead. I don't know how we're gonna gank this lane, quite honestly. It's just very difficult. I think you just let us freeze here. So our Zeri top is this. Ezreal, nothing happens. I think you just leave, bro. Like, we're just freezing. Never mind. A good play, I guess. He actually died to that. Good flash by Soraka, the flash silence. I think I just recall here. The wave should... it's not really... It's actually not. It's not pushing into us. The cannon will die, but we have more minions than the enemy, so I have to stay for this. Okay though, this actually sets up for a pretty good BF sword buy since I'm really healthy. Like we can definitely try to back after the next wave, and by then I should have BF sword. So the Blitzcrank is also roaming. Right here, we're gonna slow push. In wave states like this, you always want to slow push, because fast pushing just makes it so that the minions are stuck at the enemy turrets. It's not worth it. Like stuck, like probably right here. So now, if we're slow pushing it, we get this next wave. It's gonna be such a massive wave that the enemy can't hold in from their turret and try to freeze. So there's that, right? And there we go. That's the 1300 BF sword buy. So a lot of people have been asking, obviously, about the Essence Hero versus Collector first item, and I'd like to say like it's just much better of an item in terms of stats than Collector. Like you can argue, right? Like 12 lethality, the 12 lethality is nice, but it doesn't really mean much since it's only 12. The item is so nerfed. Like Essence Hero gives 10 AD and 25 more haste. I'm pretty sure that makes up for the 12 lethality. Especially since Essence is actually like it's like, I would say it's an equal passive to Collector, because Collector you will rarely proc the passive, right? Like killing the enemy with that passive is kind of rare. Like maybe 1 out of 5 games I'll be like, okay, you know what, if I had Collector I'd probably kill him there. But Essence also gives like 10 more AD and more haste, which in return also turns into combat ability, so you can't really like not think about that either. So if I can get a BF sword buy, I'll always choose Essence Reaver over Collector. And since we're stronger now, I'm just gonna hold this freeze right here. Like Soraka will just heal me, doesn't matter if I take a bit of damage from the minions and freezing it. But freezing for us is so good, because holding the wave here, the enemy really cannot play. right? It makes the enemy have to walk up, and as you're right there, you see how far away you're standing. We're relatively safe, and we won't get ganked by the enemy jungler. I can honestly just go in here. It was a bit close, I guess. I was lacking a bit of movement speed. I thought I could run like straight into him, and then I could just catch him in the edge of my R, but I didn't. Bit unfortunate. There's actually a movement speed gap right there. He's almost I know Blitzcrank is like in the bush. Okay. Novia's mid right now, but I think she's gonna be bot soon. Blitzcrank is gonna hook my snipers in here. I could have W'd her if she was closer, but I really could not if she's that far away. Like, she should have ran to me, but I mean, it is what it is. So right here, I'm gonna wait for a longsword since the wave is like this anyways. I'm gonna sell my pot. I usually don't like completing the coffee timer because it's such a bad item to buy. So getting like crit and then 20 AD is like good enough for me. What is happening here? Oh. Wow, that was really close actually. It was actually so close. Well played, but I think she's dead. She should be dead at least, unless... yeah, she's dead. Okay, so there's a massive wave on my side. I'm gonna try and not let it crash into turret. I'm gonna hold these minions right here, there's 4 of them. I'm gonna hold them and let it freeze. Ezreal, again, cannot do anything when you freeze it. Like, all we can do is just Q the minions. Although, he does have a timer right here to roam to the red buff, so I'm gonna walk. Like, I'm a bit far though. Ilya's gonna be there soon, she's running out of base of home guards. Ezreal's gonna be over, right? When I'm here. Oh, he had flash, okay. Well, it's fine, we get 1 kill. And we secure our jungler, the red buff, and Krugs, and then we also still have a freeze on them. Like, you see how unplayable it is? For most ADCs, really. Not just Ezreal, just like any ADC without that much wave clear, or like they are a bit weak when it comes to laning, you can do this to them, and they just can't play it. Like, they lose so much CS so far. I'm missing random CS too, that's my bad. So right here, Ezreal's probably going to lose another, at least like these 3 melees before he comes back to lane. Our top is dead, but she scales, so I think she'll be fine. But although Urgot is like a bit strong, I think. Like, when it comes to late game, it's going to be a bit hard to kill him. Unless I have a item advantage. Okay, Ezreal is here. I don't know how we got in that position, but kind of strange. Right, so the Blitzcrank is like mainly roaming because he's probably given up on lane since it's pretty unwinnable for them. I can't really roam that much yet, but after my first item, I can. I would need item and boots. I'm gonna try and fight though, because we have an advantage. If we do end up fighting them, we should always chunk them, and then we might be able to get some turret plates when we force them to recall. But right now, I don't want to make it too volatile, because the wave is pushing into them. We didn't set up for Drake though. If I get hooked, I'll be fine. But if Soraka gets hooked, she might be in danger. But like, if this guy is out of position like this, I can just chunk him for a bit. Okay, our jungler is here, so we can just push this wave in now and go help with Dragon. I am up a lot of gold though, so I would like to spend this gold ASAP. But I think I'll have to stay 1 more wave after this Dragon. There Lily is here. They might be looking for a fight. It's gonna be a bit hard re-entering our lane, but maybe... Okay, it's fine. Do I have to flash for this? I don't want to flash. I think flashing is kind of a waste there. Especially since I have no dash. If I don't, like, instantly Q auto her, then... well, I think you're fine, actually. I was kind of baiting it, but now it's getting kind of dangerous, I think. Oh, the cannon. Okay, whatever, let's just back up. I have so much gold. Mid got a whole turret after that. Whole play at dragon. Actually, I need some help, kinda. Not really. I think I'm fine now, but... Alright, so we got first turret mid off that dragon play. I don't want to back. I'm gonna lose a wave here. It's not really good. I'm just gonna show up with this ward and just clear the wave. Alright, now I'm level 10. I'm like one of the highest levels in the game actually. I'm higher level than the mid laner and jungler. So that's just how much you can get off of having big advantages in the farming department, like just holding waves. I can just go IE second here, I think. I might eventually need a QSS for Lilia, but definitely not now. We got a lot of farm there. Unfortunately, our teammates kind of died, and the Urgot got out, but it's fine. We're just gonna wait for our IE here, and then we'll walk out. I'm gonna use the Hexcape portal, so I don't think I'll lose much. But my next item should definitely be either Death Stance or... I don't know, actually. Death Stance is probably the best, yeah. It's gonna be Death Stance. Or Shield Ball, I was gonna say, but probably better here to go Death Stance. Our teammates are kind of just dying all over the place. Like, we will never have first pick, like, first rotation in terms of picks, because we have a Soraka, they have a Blitzcrank. And our top laner is losing, so in terms of the solo lanes, like, we're not really doing too hot. I'm really the only engage on our team, and we have a Trinity jungle, so we really just don't have any melees that can tank. Fine though. Maybe at Death Stance I can do something. Like I can probably frontline. Ooh. Got the kill over here. You should just walk to me. I kind of messed up. Okay, that was like really awkward for me. I think we get this dragon though. I should have EQ'd R. I think... Wait, did I actually EQR? I can't tell. I'm pretty sure I clicked EQR, but then my Q didn't go through, so I probably missed my Q. I missed the timing on it, something like that. I think I go cover our mid here. But like he's already dead, no? Like I can't even reach him. Okay, that's kind of awkward. Hopefully Zeri isn't dead or anything. Like, they're in Soraka. Well, Soraka looks pretty dead. Our side lanes are in shambles right now, and our Trinity might be dead too. I'm gonna flash for 3 minutes, so I can't really do much for 3 minutes. He's dead. I feel like he's out. Like he's running into the base though. I don't know. Maybe I can catch off Ezreal here. He's definitely gonna walk up. Nice. He didn't expect the instant double E. I think they're gonna walk. I'm actually kind of trapped here. Lilia's gonna be on her way. I don't have cleanse, so it's kind of bad. Oh, never mind. We double warded this though. Oh my god. I couldn't survive, they just have too much damage. I can't play teamfights until Death Stance. I don't know. Like Lilia flash, I think. Lilia flash on us. But I actually... Maybe I should just go for LBR here. Maybe I just played a one-shot. If I one-shot them and play, I think Soraka... asked my support to buy a USS for me because I can't afford it this game. Like I need full damage. I think like I could try to survive, but then also I just need to one-shot them because if they CC me once, I'm just dead. Obviously, cleanse was an option this game, but like she's solo CC. No one else on the team has any sort of CC like that, so it's really chill to go cleanse. It's okay. I'll have flash soon, so the fights will be easier. It's like Lily is just a Thanos champion right now, though. Like she's really OP. Okay, we got out. Okay, though, but a very important thing is I have to remember this spawns in 2 minutes. I cannot use my flash before then. Like, even though my flash comes up in 40 seconds, I don't want to use it until the fight. Or like, you know, the fight leading to Dragon, right? I want to make sure we get this Hex Tech Soul, and I want to make sure I have flash for that. Our Zeri is, dead. And the Ezreal should be dead too, though. Like, he's just gonna run him down. Never mind, he has flash. This is such an awkward spot to be in. They might do Baron here. Actually, I'm certain they get Baron here. It sucks, but I don't think we can contest. We don't have any engage. Except me, I guess. But if I go in on my own, I'm just dead. My Soraka's dead for some reason. Okay, Syndra gets a tier 2 turret. It's not the worst. We're actually getting some. Oh my god, my Zeri wants to fight this right before our soul point. Or sorry, right before our drag soul. But we're gonna take their jungle though, for sure. Just set up for this. If we get this, then their Baron doesn't really matter. Because like, XXO is so big. That guy's dead. I'm most likely dead too though. It was kind of awful after. So the rest of this game, I think I accidentally muted my mic or something, so the audio didn't record. So that's why I'll be voiceovering for the rest of this game. So obviously we lost the Hexexo because we made a pretty bad play in the bot lane. I shouldn't have gone for it. I probably should have just backed ping my Zeri as well, so make sure we don't die before Drake. So, but we can't change the pass, so it is what it is. We just move on here. The enemy have a pretty, like, I wouldn't say bad, but like their Baron push isn't the best because they don't really have someone that can hit the tower reliably without, you know, Syndra Eing them. So like the only range champion really is just Ezreal, but he's not that great at hitting turrets. So we can defend this just fine. We don't really have to worry. Obviously, it's bad to lose both Baron and Hextexo, but it is what it is. We just have to wait it out. There's always a chance for winning as long as we're still in the game, right? Our Nexus isn't exploding yet. And we see this Urgot here, so we think to ourselves that we can probably just make a pick here. Urgot should be alone since the rest of the team most likely back from Baron. But I see this Ezreal right here. I don't think he's actually watching. So I make a solo play. I end up killing the Ezreal, and the Blitzcrank gets away over the wall, so that's okay. We're going to look at what's going on at the bot lane. So Trinity gets killed. Like, it's a bit bad to go for this play right here, but I don't think we have a choice. Ilya will eventually catch up to us, so we have to make a play right here. So fortunately, I didn't get one shot. It's kind of dangerous because I don't have Death Dance, but we do end up killing them. So we kind of nullified their Baron push in a way. We didn't really lose much from, and we actually gained a bit of gold, I think, because we got a big shutdown on the Urgot. So right now the game is looking fine for us. We're back in it again. So we just have to play for this Hextech Dragon, which is our Hextech Soul, in 2 minutes. Our teammates die here, but it's perfectly fine. Obviously, it's not good to die, but you have to remember that if you're dying without losing an objective, then it's really not the worst. As long as your teammates do not die right before a Baron spawns or, you know, a Dragon spawns, it's completely fine. You don't have to stress about it. Enryu walks over here, he's just caught again. Like, every time he sees me, he's just, like, dead. He flashes over the wall, though, so he gets out. Okay, so I kind of get caught here trying to save this Raka. I think I probably could have played that so much better, but, I don't know. At this point, like, I don't know. It was really odd. Like, I probably could have killed the Ezreal and maybe lived, but it was just such a weird spot. But regardless, you see me throw up a classic FF ult. Like, usually when you die, you just have to FF, or like you have to click it once, to kind of cope with it, right? It's like a coping mechanism, instant FF, so that's okay. We do end up killing their Lilia in the mid lane, and now we end up killing the Ezreal as well. As long as we survive this, like, we can get the soul, no problem, because the enemy have a pretty long death timer. Unfortunately, our Zeri dies, but I think they're able to chase down the Urgot right here. The Urgot should be dead, okay. And that should be both Baron and Hextech ult. And the Akshan dying here is just like the cherry on top, kinda, since they won't have enough members to kind of contest. So now we're just, like, fine. We're actually in the driver's seat to win this game because of these objectives. The enemy try to contest us here, but I don't think they can get this, as long as our Tryndamere ends up smiting on time. Alright, so nice smite by our jungler. Right here, I'm going to recall, and I'm going to buy QSS because I think Lilia's sleep is literally the only way I can lose us this game. If she doesn't sleep me, or if she clicks on me and I QSS it, I can actually play the fights and click W so that their AD damage doesn't actually one-shot me. So QSS is very important here. Even if my Soraka has a McKaos, it's better if I just have it, so I don't have to rely on anyone else, right? So now that we have Baron, we can actually look to push down mid. We have to play with our Syndra here. Syndra Zeri is our main sieging tool. If Syndra stuns anyone, or if she lands, you know, some poke damage, it's really good. I just have to go in for the team. So Blitzcrank hooks me here. He can't one-shot me instantly, and that's just a disaster for his team. And just like that, the game pretty much ended on one Blitzcrank hook where he kind of just let me ult his entire team because they thought they could kill me. But I had QSS and W on time, so I didn't get one shot instantly. And that's it. That's a challenger game right there, so if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It would help out a lot, and thank you so much for watching.